It all begins with the incredible and terrifying pressure of a name. For most of us, our journey is about building something from nothing. For Mukesh Ambani, his journey was about inheriting a legend and trying not to be crushed by its weight. His father, Dhirubhai Ambani, was a titan who built the Reliance empire from scratch, a man revered as an industrialist and a ruthless visionary. Now, imagine you are his son. Your entire life is a succession plan, a path already laid out for you. Your first challenge isn't the market, it's your father's shadow. The world is watching, waiting to see if you are a true successor or just a privileged son. This isn't a story of a self-made man. It's a psychological masterclass in transforming a dynasty and proving that you are more than just a name. You have to wonder, what kind of person takes a multi-billion-dollar empire and bets it all on a single audacious idea? He never wanted to just maintain the status quo. He wanted to transform it. While his father built an empire on oil and textiles, Mukesh had a different vision. He was a Stanford-educated engineer, a technologist at heart, who saw that the future of India was not in factories, but in data. This was his first great act of defiance against his father's legacy. He believed that the next revolution would be digital, and he began to pour immense resources into building an entire technological infrastructure for India. But the real test, the true sign of his ambition, came with a bitter public family feud after his father's death. He and his younger brother, Anil, fought for control of the empire in a battle that captivated the entire nation. It was a crucible of fire, a fight that not only carved up a business but also defined the man Mukesh would become. And here is the most compelling part of his story. He didn't just win the war for control. He used it as a launchpad for his grandest ambition. The year is 2016, and in a move that shocked the world, Mukesh Ambani launched Jio, a new telecommunications company. The market was already dominated by giants, but Mukesh didn't care. He launched Jio with a single, simple, and utterly brutal strategy. He offered free data and voice calls to an entire nation. The first 6 months were a giveaway, a gift that captivated hundreds of millions of people. It was a direct punch to the face of every competitor, a move that lost Reliance billions of dollars in the short term, but was a strategic masterstroke in the long run. He wasn't just selling a phone plan, he was selling the idea of a digitally connected India. He was building the digital highway that would power his next ventures in retail and e-commerce, a network that would make him the gatekeeper to 1 billion consumers. His rivals went bankrupt, merged, and were left scrambling to survive. He didn't just win, he became a monopolist, a ruler of the digital kingdom. But his life isn't without its controversies and its lessons. His wealth and power have grown to a scale that many find unsettling. He has been criticized for his close ties to the government and for his dominant market position. But for Mukesh, this is just the cost of doing business on an epic scale. He has proven that the best way to honor a legacy is not to preserve it, but to redefine it. He took his father's oil and gas empire and transformed it into a digital, retail, and energy conglomerate, a testament to his foresight and his willingness to make massive long-term investments. He showed the world that you don't just inherit an empire, you have to conquer it all over again. So what can we learn from the son of a legend who built his own legacy by outwitting an entire industry? His life teaches a financial lesson that goes against all conventional wisdom. While most financial gurus preach against monopolies, Mukesh Ambani's life is a masterclass in building one. He showed that you don't always have to create a new product. You can disrupt an entire market with a radical new business model. His story is a powerful lesson in seeing an untapped market, understanding the power of scale, and being willing to lose a fortune in the short term to gain a monopoly in the long term. The question is, what's the established industry you think is ripe for disruption? What's the massive bet you are willing to make to seize it?